Coming up next on the Forbes.com Video Network, the man whom Sir Richard Branson calls the world's greatest living adventurer. More when we return.
Master the infinite dynamics of your business.
Welcome back to Adventurer. I'm your host, Jim Clash. In 2002, my special guest became the first man to solo the world non-stop in a balloon. Last year, he was the first to solo the world non-stop in an airplane. Now, at age 62, Steve Fossett has written his autobiography, Chasing the Wind. Welcome, Steve. Thank you very much for coming on. It's an honor.
Great to be here.
You know, I've always thought of you as a balloonist, but in reading your book, it's amazing. You've done 115 different world records in a number of different disciplines. Tell me about the breadth of your experience. It's unbelievable.
Well, I want to do interesting things, so I pick projects according to how fascinating they are to me, and it has resulted in broad reach. My records are actually in 5 different sports.
Which are?
Well, of course there's balloons,
right,
but there's airplanes,
right,
and airships,
right,
and gliders,
right,
and sailboats.
Wow. And you sailed around the world. Do you have the fastest record for sailing around the world by yourself, one person?
I sailed with my crew, and we sailed around the world in 58 days, 9 hours, which took 6 days off the prior world record.
Wow.
Interestingly, it's already been broken by someone.
Has it really?
Yes. But we were delighted at the time to smash the existing world record.
Of all the world records you have, which are you most proudest of?
It is the first solo flight around the world by balloon, because we had to figure out, when we entered this competition to fly around the world, how to get balloons to fly that far. At the time I started, the longest balloon flight was just over 5,000 miles, and the longest duration was 6 days. So we had to triple or quadruple the capability of balloons to fly in duration and distance.
Wow.
It was much harder than we ever thought to make the round-the-world balloon flight. It took me 6 attempts. And
I remember reading about many of them.
But after each attempt, I could see that it was possible.
Yeah.
And that I had the team, and that I was getting the experience that I needed to solve the problems. And each time I felt that I had a better chance on the next attempt.
Does it get lonely up there?
Not really. Flying solo, you have a fair workload. So I'm not only flying the balloon, but I'm doing the navigation, communications, and repairing the burners, taking care of the equipment. So it's a nice workload. If you have 2 or 3 balloonists up there, you're going to need a book because you have too much free time. But one balloonist it's about right.
And how long did it take you to fly solo around the world?
The total flight was 14 days, and I flew from Western Australia in the southern hemisphere back around to land in Australia again.
Wow. And do you get to sleep at all during that time?
I was able to get about an average of 4 hours of sleep each day. One of the things I had to do to fly solo is have an autopilot, so it would be possible to get some sleep. And one of my team, Bruce Comstock, developed the first autopilot for balloons, which fires the burners in a way to keep the balloon at a level flight.
Fabulous. You've done a lot of things. I know you're friends with Sir Richard Branson. I know Sir Richard Branson is working on taking people suborbital into space with his Virgin Galactic Airways. What's next for you? Is it that? Are you going to go up into space, or is it something else?
Oh, I've got an exciting new project.
What is it?
I'm going after the land speed record. And this might surprise you. It might not seem like something I would want to do. But I have a car now.
Yes.
And a jet-powered car. It has been driven by Craig Breedlove to 675 miles an hour. But I'm going to upgrade the aerodynamics of the car, and I want to drive at 800 miles an hour next year.
Steve, thanks for coming on, and best of luck with that 800 mile an hour attempt. I'd like to be there to watch that.
Oh, you should be.
Thank you. Again, balloonist Steve Fossett. I'm Forbes adventurer Jim Clash. For more, check out my column in Forbes magazine or click on Forbes.com/adventurer. And thanks for watching the Forbes.com Video Network.